and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback from UCLA. It's Josh Rosen.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And 6.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted.
Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run for the first time with the former Buckeye Mike Weber. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He's brought down at the...
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive.
He's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Justin Matabike
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it.
Jackson on the keeper.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Pass. Complete.
And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Ball carrier.
J.K. Dobbins. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. They're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Saints nothing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Weber. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Woods. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Good for a safety.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Rosen will throw. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Weaver. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Mike Weber.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Robert Woods with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Turning left side, Andrews with it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
47-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And going deep down. This is caught at the 20. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding, offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Dobbins running out of the gun. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. We'll call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraged his offensive line to create some space.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And this is going to be brought back for the Baltimore touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
To kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Josh Rosen heading back out. The focus of our... The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, work your runs at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
That's Robinson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Rosen on 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap that it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Woods. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be a second down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
45-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weaver. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Jordan Reed has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Saints 7.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On the coverage.
On second down now, Dobbins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Tackle made at the 3-yard line. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. On first down, Weaver. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? All of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
40-yard line.
On second down, it's Weaver. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Weber. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Not too many offenses want to... turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Rosen. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 18.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That's taken in by Duvernay. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He was covered by Trey Boston.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now here live in New Orleans. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Third down and less than a yard.
Rosen to throw on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
At the 11-yard line.
Rosen to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Ravens' 7-yard line.
Again, it's Rosen.
Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brought him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase.
Now Rosen on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Josh Rosen sacked.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
13.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reader. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Woods. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up
throwing again. It's Rosen. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They need to find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
Down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up down near the 5.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10.
And the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive
as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.